Hi there, Jennifer Main here, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about non-negotiable priorities. So this is something that I started doing years ago that just made the biggest change in my life. So I wanted to share with you some tips and some ideas. You can find more about this at withjennifer.com, or social media is withjennifer44. So the point of non-negotiable priorities, a lot of it's in the title. But one of the biggest things that happens with people when they're trying to set boundaries, when they're trying to build a life, when they're trying to create something meaningful, whether just for themselves, with their work, with their families, is they lose sight of what is actually really important. They get so caught up in the day to day, they get caught in the habits, they get distracted, they get sucked into their phones. There's lots and lots of ways where we can kind of lose track, lose sight, and lose focus of things. So, the point of setting your non negotiable priorities is really to bring you back to what is important and what you truly value in your life. So, the first thing to do is really look at your life and look at what is not working. Start saying no to those things. If it's the scrolling on your phone for hours at a time, or, or even if it's just that you're so exhausted at the end of the day, there's no brain space or capacity to have a conversation with your partner or your family, or to do something that's fun, to take a walk, to just enjoy yourself. It's the things that are eating up your space and time. Those are the things to say no to first. And then really start to look at what does contribute to your life, what nourishes you, what supports you in the way you want to feel, and really getting clear on what you value. And again, a lot of times people think that they're valuing rest, but actually they just exhaust themselves so much that they don't have the bandwidth to do anything else. And that's not really valuing rest. That's exhausting yourself until you can't do anything else. So if you really do value rest and peace, then create space. It's about creating space in your life for those things. So with the non-negotiable priorities, I know something that I found was that my body likes to move, as most of ours do. We're supposed to move our bodies. We're in a physical body. We're supposed to be part of the physical planet. So if I don't really move my body kind of 3 or 4 days a week, I start to feel bad, emotionally, energetically, and physically. So I really recognize that doing some type of exercise, and I change it up. You can do different things, but doing something 3 or 4 times a week is a priority for me. It's something that I value. I value how I feel during and after it, and I know it contributes to good things for me. So, you can use that as an example. You can look at things like meditation. If you have a yoga practice, if you know that it's important for you to have an hour a night to read, or just to have some quiet space for you to connect with your own body, connect with your own mind. Everybody's values are going to be different. But if you can really identify again what contributes to your health and happiness, what contributes to you feeling good, feeling great, feeling strong, feeling excited about life, whatever those priorities are, what do you value, and what actions can you take that contribute? So again, it's the what contributes to this feeling. And it's not only identifying it, but it's actually doing it. And I also mean writing it in your diary, scheduling it in, and not changing it. What can be so easy is for a client to get in touch, or a friend to say, oh, I need this, or can we do this? And it can be so easy to be like, oh, I was just going to go work out, or I was just going to meditate during that time. But if you don't do those things, then you lose the benefits. So we know that it is through taking this action, through doing these things, that makes us feel good. So it's important to honor that. So something I suggest, you can play with this and see what works for you. If your priorities, if the things that contribute, if you can do them in the morning first thing, that's usually better for a lot of people, because again, you can start to fill up your day, and then you've got to the end of the day and you haven't done it. So if you can start your day with what is non-negotiable, what is a priority, and what is it that's going to support me, then your whole day is going to be so much better. Because you're going to be honoring yourself. Your body is going to start to respond to the fact that you are doing these things regularly. So it's already going to know it's in this flow of feeling better, feeling healthier, feeling more aligned. And that can continue to kind of grow and amplify. So take some time over the next few days and weeks and really start to look at, what can I make non-negotiable? Now, with them being non-negotiable priorities, it doesn't mean that you pick one thing and you do it every day for the rest of your life, or that you become super fixed on it and then it becomes a burden or an obligation. But what non-negotiable for me means is that I've made the decision that this is important. I've made the decision. I recognize how important it is in terms of how I feel in the quality of my life. And so I'm going to make the decision once to do it. I'm just going to decide to do it. Because what happens is we get caught in decision fatigue. We get exhausted through the day of trying to make so many decisions, and even little things from what am I going to wear, what kind of tea am I going to drink. So, what this does is it's one less decision for you to make. If you know you're going to get up in the morning and go to the gym, or if you know you're going to get up in the morning and you're going to sit and meditate and be with your body, or you know that you're at 6 o'clock in the evening, you're going to walk your dog and you're going to speak to your friend on the phone. If you have that already in, you've made the choice. It's happening. And again, your energy can start to align with that because it's already in the ether. It's already in the energy field. Take some time to really recognize, what are the things that really contribute? How often do you want to do them? What's really good for you? And start to schedule it in, and allow yourself to not feel like you have to justify yourself. If you find yourself feeling like you need to justify you taking half an hour to meditate a day, I would encourage you just to sit with that and allow yourself to let that go, because nobody's asking you to justify it. And actually, it's just our own stuff that makes us feel like it's selfish or it's wrong or whatever those excuses are. So allow yourself just to make those choices, to make those decisions, and to schedule them into your life. Allow them to be regular occurrences, daily if possible, or as often as they need to be for you. And if you have any questions about it or want to share any of your insights or discoveries with me, you can reach me on social media platforms at withjennifer44 or on my website at withjennifer.com. Thanks.